My kids hid their mom's affair, so I'm prioritizing my brother's kids over them.
Oh, maybe you don't keep that secret from your dad.
I, 57 male, was married to my wife for almost 25 years. We divorced 4 years ago after I found out about her infidelity. She had an affair partner for almost 5 years. She is now with her affair partner. The whole process hurt me a lot because everything I did in life, I did it for my wife and kids. And now to find out about my wife, it just hurt me. By the way, this comes from OK Principles on the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So my 2 children, 29 female and 26 male, had known about the affair for years and they hid it from me.
No.
They both felt very guilty about it, and I don't blame them because they didn't want to break up their family. My daughter even cried a lot and apologized a lot of times. I told her it was all right. They had their own life now, and I didn't want this eating them up. So I told them just to let go of the guilt. However, since I found out that they had hidden the affair from me, I lost a lot of love for them. I wasn't going to cut them out of my inheritance or will or anything like that, but emotionally, I couldn't connect with them at all. I also have a niece, 30 female, and a nephew, 28 male, who I have been very close with. You get one practice family, so it looks like he's going to the next family. Especially since their father passed away at a really young age. I played a father-like role during their young years because losing her husband at such a young age was very tough for my sister. Over the last 4 years, I have also been looking forward to spending more time with them. Both my niece and nephew have children, and they have had invited me over for their children's birthdays. They have also invited me over for their own birthdays on Father's Day and holidays. Overall, we are a very tight-knit, multi-generational family, and I'm very proud to be a grandpa to their children, and we are already developing a bond. However, in doing so, I have also lost all interest in connecting with my own children. My daughter has 2 children, while my son has his first child on the way. They have invited me over multiple times, but I've told them I'm busy. I rarely go over, if at all, and I've missed almost all of their children's special occasions. I am not really interested in being a grandpa to their children. Monetarily, sure, I have been sending them gifts, but I just don't feel like seeing them at all. My daughter especially seems very hurt at it at times, but I'm sure she understands the reason for this. Am I the a-hole? Comments. Silvertrack99 says, you say it's all right, but is it really? Don't lie to yourself. Tell them the truth. Tell them it was not okay. And effing dumb Karen says, you're absolutely right. Also, I'm curious if his children maintained a relationship with their mother and her former affair partner / current partner, if they would be present for the same events. If so, it would be a major salt in the wound for OP to attend. Ches2202 says, not the a-hole for prioritizing your niece and nephew, but you do need to be honest with your children and tell them that they lost your trust when they didn't tell you about their mother's affair. Telling them not to feel guilty about it was obviously a kindness from you to make them feel better, but you should have told them also that even though you don't want them to suffer from guilt, you also don't trust them. And Sarcastic Pediment says, I've seen this before. We've read this person's comment before, and I get it wrong every time. Sarcastic Pediment says, it's more than that, though. They caused irreparable damage to their relationship, and he has forgiven, but he can't forget and pretend they are cool. If he tells them he lost trust, they may try to work on it and increase their contact. If he explains that he understands why they did what they did, and that means he forgives them, he is not able to forget. Maybe they will see this is a direct consequence of their actions. The shame is, it isn't OP's grandkids' fault. And now his ex-wife has taken away his marriage, his kids, and grandkids, from which is so sad. You disagree with that, don't you?
I'm furious. It's not his children's fault. I'm sorry, was he married to his own kids and then they go cheat on him? No, he was married to his wife that cheated on him. Can you really, hold a grudge for the rest of your life against your own children for not knowing how to navigate one of the most nuclear bomb scenarios they've ever faced in their whole life? By the way, they've probably got their mom in their ear being like, don't tell him because you're going to ruin the whole family and you're going to break us all up. They're afraid. They're petrified. They're not being like, wouldn't it be funny if we never told dad that mom's cheating on him? It's like, I'm scared to my core to say anything about it, so I'm probably going to pretend it's not happening in order to maintain my own sanity. Like, what are you guys talking about?
This is insane. This is so insane.
Hey, comments, am I crazy? Am I off the rails here?
Okay, Leader 7624 says, this is how damaging affairs can be. You're not just effing up your life or your relationship with your spouse. You hurt everyone in the nuclear family and splash damage beyond. OP, this was all your wife's doing. She is the one who cheated. She is the one who put your children in a position to hide what they discovered in the first place. She is the one who continued with their affair partner instead of stopping it right then and there. They knew it was wrong of their mother, but talk about being between a rock and a hard spot. Do we tell dad and break his heart, break up his marriage to our mother, will be devastated too, uproot our whole lives because we told? Are we now to blame because we didn't want to ruin the whole marriage and family dynamic? Or do we hope to God this all goes away and this family can get back to normal? Your children are your responsibility to protect, not the other way around. Why force that upon them? Doing so ruined your relationship with her and them. You would do yourself a great service to go to counseling. It's just too much to bear alone. Good luck, OP. I truly hope you think about and repair your relationship. They're just as a victim as you are. Dakota, did you comment on this and forgot?
I think I blacked out and forgot I wrote that because that is literally exactly what I've been saying. And I feel like an elephant has been lifted off of my chest. I was so mad at the one before that one.
Yeah.
How dare you people?
Dude, that
this
was
is
wild.
the only person with any... And
Person has
he
it right.
executed it perfectly. Like, he didn't go, he didn't get too mean. You're lucky. I know I didn't write that because I would have been way meaner.
He shifted the blame away from the children and said they are also in the same boat as you are, and you don't need to be sinking the boat.
It's absurd. And it's like clearly a sign that this guy needs to go to counseling because he's traumatized. And he doesn't have any outlet to put that into because, I mean, I would assume the ex-wife is completely out of his life, right? So the only sort of, channel for these lingering feelings he has, I guess, is inevitably getting directed at his kids, which is not fair to anybody involved.
We got a freaking update.
Let's go.
Thank you all for the advice. And one thing I got from most comments was that my children deserve to know the truth, not to be left in a limbo like it was for years. And that's what I just did.
Oh, God. But see, I don't think you're ready to do that. I think you're actually going to end up hurting your kids more. And I hope to God that I'm wrong.
I agree with him. I just got off a video call with my daughter and my son. The call was pretty rough and extremely emotional, but I got everything off my chest. I told them that while I had forgiven them, I could never forget it. And that for my mental health, it was better we limit our interactions. You're so right.
This is so stupid. Did it wrong.
And I hate to say, and I don't want to rush anyone's wounds with time, but it has been 4 years since this happened. And he
got traumatized, dude. Your whole life was a lie, but you're misdirecting it. And you needed to go, before you had this conversation, whoever gave you this advice, it needed to make sure that you do it after therapy. You were not ready to bring this up. And you are only hurting your kids more.
I told them not to feel guilty about anything, but that also after dedicating more than half my life to my wife and children, it was time I put myself first. I told them my heart wasn't in it to be a grandparent to their children. I was also honest with them and told them my heart was only in it for my nephews and my niece's kids. And whenever I did go to their house, I felt joy, but for my own children, I felt nothing. My children probably already knew it, but I wanted them to hear it directly from me. It was really hard to get it off my chest and say it directly to my children's face.
Oh, shut up, dude. It was really hard for you?
This is how he truly feels. This is how he truly felt for years. This is hard for him to go through. I don't think what he's doing is right, but saying his true feelings is probably really pretty tough for him.
You weren't ready to do it, bro. You don't even know what your true feelings are because you need to go to therapy.
I told them they were still welcome to come to my house anytime and call me anytime when they needed help.
Yeah, like they're going to do that now that you said you don't care about them and you like your niece and nephew as a son and daughter more than them.
Yeah, by the way, you can come and help Dakota calm down on our live streams every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile when we're live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and TikTok.
The thought of all of you beautiful people has now brought a smile to my face.
It's like the what was the thing?
The axolotl, yeah. You had the right idea, but the timing was wrong, and you needed to have more tact, right?
I'm going to finish this story. Both my children took the call really hard, but I think my daughter took it the worst. Those were really ugly tears, and I felt really bad about it. I do feel a sense of relief, and I have pretty much told all my feelings to my children and did not keep anything secret. I can now move forward with my life, and so can my children.
He's the guy where it's like, oh, well, now that I've said everything, I don't need to go to therapy because I got it off of my chest.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson to anybody who finds himself in a situation.
But that is the end of the story.